AMRAP group machiners, we're back for another workout of the day. Today is an AMRAP, as many rounds as possible for 25 minutes. So it's going to be 25 sit-ups, 25 double unders, 25 kettlebell swings, and 25 air squats. And then every 3 rounds you complete of that, you're going to do 5 reverse burpees. So we're going to go over all of the movements and the modifications, and then you can get started. All right, our first movement is going to be a sit-up. So our regular sit-up, we're going to bring our hands back, touch the ground, and then up to your toes. For this, it can get a little gnarly with all the reps, so you can use the momentum of those hands to kind of help you come up and get a nice rhythm of going with the sit-ups. Modifications, if you can't touch those toes, you can just reach for those knees. You can do a crunch and reach for your knees, or a little bit past, or to those heels. What we don't want to do, what we want to avoid doing, is having our hands behind our head. That's just to prevent the extra strain on the neck. We don't want that. No need for injury. Okay, so the next movement is a double under. Double under is going to be passing the jump rope under your feet twice before landing. So if you're not ready for double unders, you can go ahead and do single unders, regular jump rope at your own pace, but just double that. So it's going to be 50 instead of 25. You can also do a mixture of double unders and singles, and you can make that 35. Or if you're not ready for a jump rope, don't have a jump rope, that's okay. You can do jump taps. So we're going to simulate the movement of a double under by tapping our legs twice before landing, or you can tap your chest. So you can, and that's the rhythm of the double under as well, and that kind of just gets you used to kind of getting that rhythm down. Because double unders are all about rhythm. Okay, kettlebells. So, kettlebells, a good way to know where your hands, how far your hands should come back. The outside of your wrist should touch the inside of your thigh. So you're gonna come back, and then you should be coming up to about eye height. When you come back, there's no squatting, right? We don't wanna do some weird squat movement. We're just bending those knees slightly. We're gonna bring our hips back. This is gonna get us ready for that hip drive to get the kettlebell up, because this is not an arm exercise. This is legs, glutes, and core exercise. So you're gonna bring those knees you're gonna bend those knees slightly. You're gonna bring those hips back, chest up. We do not wanna be bent over in some weird position and staring at the ground. We want to be looking in front of us, and again, it's just slight back and up. If you're touching, when you come back, if you're not touching the inside of your wrist and you find that you're touching above your wrist, above your elbow, your shoulder, no, you're coming down too far. That means you're reaching down and doing some weird shovel movement. So kettlebells, with the kettlebell, and again, that hip thrust drive is going to get the kettlebell to where you want it. Let me just face forward. Your arms should be coming straight. We don't want T-Rex arms like this. That's cheating. We want it all the way out for this. If we do not have a kettlebell, don't panic, and you have a dumbbell, you can use a dumbbell as well. And it's the same movement, same motion, same form, just with a dumbbell. Modifications would be different weights. So pick a weight that you feel comfortable with. If you find you're getting lower back pain, readjust your form. That means you're either not keeping that back straight and that core engaged, and you're letting your shoulders come forward, or you're doing some weird squat movement, pull thing. That's where your lower back is going to hurt. So pick a weight that you feel comfortable with, that you know you can keep that good form. It's going to get a lot of reps in. So the air squat. Squat movement. Your feet should be about hip width apart, maybe slightly wider, depending on you. Toes should be pointed slightly outward. And this is because we want our knees to go outward. So if we bring our hands up, our knees should follow where our hands are. We do not want completely straight forward and our knees coming forward, because when our knees go forward, we start to shift our weight onto the balls of our feet. We want a nice flat foot this whole time. How far should we go down, you ask? Good question. So we should come down to at least about parallel to the ground or slightly lower, depending on your mobility. If you find that you're getting down to a certain point and you start rolling on those balls of your feet, stop where you can stay flat-footed. So what I mean is, if I'm coming down and I'm here, but I find that I'm like already having a mobility issue and I'm starting to roll forward, just go down to there where your feet can stay flat. Obviously, we want you to work on getting lower, and that will come. Make sure you're stretching, make sure you're doing mobility exercises. The other good way to warm up or to test your squat is use our little band here. And you can do this in a workout to add a little bit more resistance as well, if you want to challenge yourself. You want to put the band just slightly above the knee. You want to come down into your squat, and you want to push those knees against the band. So this is going to teach you to really drive those knees out instead of forward. Don't let that band pull your knees in. So fight against the band, push out, and that will kind of help you with that form. Because I think the natural instinct for most people is to come forward, because we never really think about it, right? But when you start adding weight to your squat, you really want that upper body to stay straight and be stacked and supported by our whole body. So if we start leaning and we have weight on our shoulders, guess what? Now our weight's not supported by anything in front of me. But if I'm up straight, my whole body can support the weight as I'm moving up and down. Okay, so those are the 4 movements of the workout. You're going to complete that 3 times. And after every 3 times of completing that, you're going to do 5 reverse burpees. What's a reverse burpee? Glad you asked. This is a regular burpee, and you can do this if you feel more comfortable. Regular burpee, come down, touch the ground, jump up. If you aren't ready for the push-up, you can just do up-downs, but do 10 up-downs instead of 5. Reverse burpee is kind of a fun movement that I like. You're gonna come down into a squat, sit down on the ground, bring those legs up, and you're gonna use the roll back to get you momentum to stand back up. You'll do 5 of those. So again, 25 minutes every 3 rounds.